What's up, nation? CK013 here with the true OG of Wise Take. I'm talking about Paulie D. Find him on Twitter at Paulie with ADs. Paulie's coming off a huge win last night. Congratulations. Repping the nation on a night where we had a ton of foul news that kind of knocked a lot of lineups out of play. We were able to find a diamond in the rough through all of it, and Paulie D was able to capitalize. So we got Paulie D on. We did one video, how to win NBA FanDuel GPPs. So this is round two. Paulie's been preaching his process with his NBA cheat sheets, aka the Wise Sheets, over at wisetake.com. That's available for premium Wise Take members. And so we wanted to do another video just to refresher, seeing as how the process just worked yet again. Paulie D, how you doing, bro?
Doing awesome today, man. After hitting the trifecta this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, late scratches, put zeros in a chunk of my lineups. Got some redemption yesterday. 1 point away from it being a $50,000 win, but still it was like $9 and a $1,500 entry to that December 27th tournament. I'm stoked. Right before Christmas, couldn't have been better timing, and just want to show the nation the process over again and validate that it does work, and to keep doing it, and eventually good things will happen.
Absolutely. So real quick, guys, what the nation is seeing is the Wise Take website screen. We're going to pull up the cheat sheets and do a comparison. But first, matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys how to get there. And while that loads, we'll switch over and show you what Paulie did on FanDuel in the Slam. So if you notice, those of you that are watching, go to NBA section. If you're using your phone, you have to actually click the arrow. If you click on NBA, it's fine. Look at the top of the page. It'll still show you where to go. But you want to go to NBA and you want to go to cheat sheet. And that is how you will find Paulie D's cheat sheets. You have to be subscribed, right, to at least the NBA package. Anyway, while that's loading up, let's pull up and take a look at how Paulie did last night in the Slam. Obviously, Paulie, he was in multiple contests, so this is only a portion of his winnings from last night. But as you can see here, D-Tech Nation, which is Paulie D's name, and there you see the owl. Owl's up top. Finished fourth in the Slam, and let's go down here. All right, Paulie. So I got your lineup pulled out now. I'm showing the nation your lineup. 386.8's what did it. You avoided the landmines in this particular lineup, although I know you even had landmines in some of your other lineups. It's just, you stuck with the process, and you had one that went through. And phenomenal. So talk to me about this, Paulie. It looks like he went with a game stack between New Orleans and Houston.
Yeah, I did. So what I've been preaching to you every day in the first How to Win FanDuel GPP videos is on FanDuel, the salary cap, the point scoring, the optimal way to win large GPPs is a stars and scrubs lineup construction. And the way I approach it is I come up with a core of 3 value players. When FanDuel had minimums down to 3K, it was 12K. Now that they've bumped up to 3,500, I've bumped my cap up to 13,000. So I'm taking 3 guys under 13K as my core, and then I'll build 3, 4, 5 different lineups around it. So in this particular lineup, I had Bobby Portis, who was $3,800. We got the news that Lauri Markkanen wasn't playing, so power forward value opened up on the Bulls. And then right beside him at power forward, I had Nika Mirotic, who was $4,500. 47% owned. Ownership on good chalk is not a thing in NBA. Don't care if it's high or low owned. So between Portis and Mirotic, it was $8,300 in salary. And then finally Darius Miller at $3,500 at small forward. The bare minimum makes that a total of $11,800. So I was even under my $12,000 original cap. And that became my core for 4 different teams. This team ended up doing the best, and nearly coming in second in the Slam and second in a whole bunch of other tournaments. One Evan Turner lineup did end up passing me, so I fell to 4th. But this was like a great night. And what that 3 players on FanDuel under 12K does allows you to get 6 more guys for $4,800, which is $8,000 a player. You can get some real good players with some really high floors for $8K a person. It doesn't have to be $8K a person, but you're spreading out 6 more guys with $4,800 to go. So it allowed me to get Chris Paul for $9K, Rondo for $56,000, Harden for $11,800, Drew Holiday for $6,800, Paul George, who really dudded, at $7,800, and Clint Capella at $7,200. Now, Paul George I want to focus on, right? a guy that's 8,000 that gets you 26. That's damn near 3x. On a normal night, that kills you. But when your value core goes off, and you see Bobby Portis went for a little bit more than 8x, Mirotic went from just more than 7x, and Darius Miller went for just under 7x, you can survive a dud from one of your higher end players. And this is, this game stack of the New Orleans Houston ended up being the one that won, but I had a Golden State Portland game stack, a mix of these two, and it ends up working out. But when that core goes off, this is how you're going to win some of these tournaments. And you have your studs who, when they go off as well, you can get high scores like 380, 400, 450, and that's what you need on a given night to, outlast fields of 100,000 people on FanDuel.
Yeah, no, definitely. Now what I want to do, Paulie, I want to pull up your actual cheat sheet from last night. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I showed you guys how to get there. Now we're there. We're looking at Paulie's cheat sheet. As you can see, he's got his player pool here for you. He even specifies if they're a DK only play based off price. If you look to the right here, you'll see his top 6x plays. These are the guys where in some way or another, Paulie sees value in them. He feels that regardless of what they're priced, whatever their price is, he feels they can go 6x on those prices. Most of the time, they will be value options, obviously, because it's easier for them to hit 6x at their price. But it doesn't always have to be. With that said, you'll also scroll down. You'll see the top bust section here. Where Paulie lists the players that he believes are overpriced and are not going to get you that 6x value. Aside from that, here is where the sauce is. Paulie's got the value punt section. The players highlighted in yellow are obviously the players that are the top plays at that tier. But as you look, every player that you will look at this player pool, except for one, is on Paulie's lineup. There's only one player who's not on this line. If you look at every other player, Chris Paul, Harden, Miller, George, every one of these guys, you'll check and you'll see them listed on this cheat sheet. There's one thing that you could have gotten the news for that last play. That last player is Rajon Rondo. And had you been watching the Y stream, which we do Monday through Friday, an hour and a half before lock, Paulie D expressed, he got on Rondo late, really late, and he expressed why. So just to show you guys an example, Paulie, I'm going to have you explain why you made that pivot, but I want to let them know it's all of our tools. These are just two of the tools that we offer, the Y stream and your cheat sheets. And using these things combined, this is how they can help you and make you a better DFS player. Now, Paulie, please explain what got you onto Rondo, because he was the one player that was not initially listed in your cheat sheet.
Yep. So Rondo on Friday was a late scratch and burned us, and he does have some tendonitis in his knee. They were on a back-to-back the night before they played. He played a ton of minutes, so I was nervous he was going to be a late scratch. I didn't want to recommend him to the nation with that kind of risk. Just people have been getting burned left and right this year in NBA, so I don't want to put a guy on the cheat sheet because I don't know, if our subscribers are able to check back or get on the Y stream. So I'm very cautious about putting guys in the Y sheets that, I think can get scratched. Coincidentally, Draymond Green at power forward did end up being a scratch yesterday. And, it was one that I didn't expect at all. Like, I built Patio Joe a lineup and Draymond was in it, and I'm giving him a cash player. That's how secure I thought Draymond was yesterday. But with AD being questionable and then turning doubtful, I thought there was a chance New Orleans would kind of punt this game and sit Rondo. While we were doing the Y stream, we got an update that said he will play. So when I got that news, I was already stacking that game. He's another guy that I thought was a good value, and I added him in and mentioned on the Y stream that I was going to play him now that we got that news.
But it was on the that and AD being out, right?
Yeah, and AD being out, which made him his usage increase. The whole team's usage increase without AD being there. So, a $6,000, I think it's $5,600 player with a big usage bump and a pace-up game, I wanted to play him. But with the landscape of DFS, NBA lately, and guys getting scratched, I'm really cautious about this sheet because I don't want to recommend the guy that ends up being burned like Draymond was last night. But luckily, most of the rest of these picks, and this is what I use, like I built my core out of here. I had Miller down at the bottom, who also, when we got the news on AD, became more valuable to me because I thought he was going to get more minutes at min-priced. Mirotic and Portis, it was really splitting hairs. Which one of these was my favorite? I liked them both, and that became my core. And then the rest of the plays on all my lineups, I just take from here. And it's not just me that's having success. There's other members. There's people in your family that are using these wise sheets.
It's
And
true.
if you stick to that stars and scrubs lineup construction, I think you will definitely have success in NBA DFS.
Yeah, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, like we practice what we preach. Paulie writes the cheat sheets, and you can look. The players are here. On the wide stream, Paulie said not only did he say that he was going to hop on Rondo and recommend to our members that they should as well. He also said, I remember you specifically saying you're going to play Mirotic and Portis together.
Yep.
It's like when you have those value guys that you're just set on and secure on, you don't think about ownership. It's a matter of realistically, is this guy getting there? I mean, you're looking at you don't expect a guy like Paul George to be the one to kind of cost you, but in reality, when you look, man, your plays were phenomenal, and honestly, Paul George was the only one who did not do what he was supposed to do. The only
Yep.
one.
Yeah, and if he even gets 4x, 5x, I win it all.
Win it all.
He had to go 3x dud to hurt me that bad.
Yep. You had to go 3x dot, absolutely. Paulie, I appreciate you making the time for myself. Appreciate you making the time for the nation as usual. Guys, head over to wisetape.com. Sign up. Follow Paulie on Twitter at Paulie with 8 Ds. Reach out to him. I mean, he's a cool dude. And join the nation. That's all I can really say.
Join the nation, baby.
That's it.
Winning over here.
Join the nation. Win. Get used to it. It's just come do it. We're having fun. It is a beautiful thing. So again, Paulie, I appreciate it, man.
No problem, dude.
All right, guys. Again, that's wisetech.com. Check out our packages for CKO13 for Paulie, the true OG with 8 Ds. Good luck.
Yeah.